Hi, people. This is nery again. I'm still with the high color with the problem with my throat. At least it's starting to like cool off a little bit, so that means that pretty soon winter comes, then my throat gets back to normal. Oh boy! But next summer, I think I'm gonna buy pills. It's a hassle. Okay, so anyway, saying that, I wanted to talk about the second part of the primaries from the first part that I already did. Well, they're saying that most likely they're not going to be in time to do it. Supposed to be November 6th. They think that's not going to happen because they took out late to do the, how you call that, the papers, print out the papers. So that's a bummer. Another thing is that we and pray for us because we want Pierluisi to win, not the other side. His name is Charlie Delgado. We don't want him. He's a socialist, and we don't need socialists here. There are a few socialists here, but they never been a governor, and we don't want him for a governor. He said that as soon as he gets in, he's gonna kick out all the pro-Americans, stop all the pro-Americans, which is us, the PNP, and that he's gonna go to Washington and he's gonna set up, try to negotiate that whatever they have to do here in Puerto Rico, the Americans, that they had to consult him first. That's what it's like. Consult him first. That they could have certain privileges and this and that. And I'm going like, what he think he is? The island belongs to the United States. You don't put laws. We have a commissioner. They call a commissioner a resident commissioner, something like that. They call a congresswoman, but it's just not a congresswoman, because she was a congresswoman, she could vote. If she was a congresswoman, she could fight for whatever she wanted, not asking the other Congress people to help her out, because they're the ones that vote. But every commissioner that leaves from here, over here they call it commissioner, and over there they call it congresswoman. It looks good on paper, when she comes out, whoever comes out, it looks good. Congressman, congresswoman, but she's not. I think she's the only one different there. The Congress there, they could vote for whatever article is there. She can't. She could just talk, which is not right. So here they stopped saying about, oh yeah, I gotta say about this, about Lidia Velazquez. Girl, learn your history. For years, the Popular Party's been telling Puerto Rico and everybody around the world that United States invaded us. If you see the, how you call it, the Treaty of Paris, I think is what I call it. The first, as soon as you see it, you read it. It talks about Spain and what Spain gave and what Spain. The only thing that they paid $20 million was, I think, was for Philippines or something like that. But how you call it? The Spain sedated Puerto Rico and a whole bunch of islands because they were broke. They needed to, solve the problem. Also, they trade the prisoners. The United States gave their prisoners to them, and they gave back the American prisoners. There was never an invasion. To be an invasion, it has to be that the where you're going is not. It doesn't belong to you, but it does belong. Lidia Velazquez, the way you talked the other day in Congress, you looked at dumb, really dumb, because the only one who says, oh, you invaded us and you did this and you did that. There wasn't nothing like that. If you see the pictures, go in the internet and put Puerto Rico in 1952 or whatever. We didn't have anything. Little wood houses, toilets that were, they call it trinas, is a big hole they make, and then you have to sit on top of that thing there and do your thing. There ain't no flushing, no flushing. So, you know, and they will put the showers there too. Imagine you taking a bath and you got the toilet right next to you that doesn't flush. And when the American came, little by little, they started giving the first how you call it, college for the poor was made by United States. Okay, um, everything that we have is because the United States sends money. Now, what happens when it gets here is another story, because they tend to hold it. They tend to do other things, and thanks that they have this American guy. I forgot his name. He's the leader of the FBI here in Puerto Rico now, because Hernandez, I think is her name. She worked here for many years, and they had caught a couple of people to jail. But now we want them to keep on doing it, and the guy is doing a great job. I really gotta say, he's doing a great job. He has already taken a couple of people to jail, ours and theirs and the other ones. So that's pretty cool. But she like I said, if you don't know your history, go back to El Tratado de Paris, since you think you're very Puerto Rican. Okay? And you read the first verses from 1 to 5, I think it is, and you see that Spain gave it to United States. So applause for you for not knowing, for bragging about how Puerto Rican I am. And when you came here, they booed you. And what you did, you didn't try to explain, you didn't know. You just pack up your things and you went right back to the next plane. So and now they wanted her, Velazquez and Ocasio, they want to do a delegation. The statehood is asked for with a delegation. From what they had told me, delegation is, well, every group that wants what they want, they put, I think, 3 people, and they delegate for us. We don't need that. And less from a socialist. No way. We gotta do it like we've been doing now. Today, I call it, this election is, do you want United States? Do you want statehood for the United States? Yes or no? Of course, I'm going to say yes. So, this is what's happening. We don't know what's going on. Some of the money, you see it, some you don't. There's people that it's been 6 months with no job, and they still haven't got no unemployment. Others haven't even received the $1,200 yet, and that's mainly the elderly that's happening to. So Lidia, Lidia Velazquez, I give you 2 advice. 1, if you're gonna show up that you are Puerto Rican, learn your history. 2, if you know we are statehooders, why would we trust you? Tell me, why would we trust you? We can't trust anybody in the government. And you are not part of us. Serrano, I think it's his name, is the one that really, really have worked in helping the government. Right now with, how you call it, Jennifer, we have a woman, congresswoman, like I said before. That's a nice way to put it. But they should make her a real congressman, a real congresswoman. because she has done a good job, a great job. United with Pierluisi, they both are perfect to be here as a statehooder and work for Puerto Rico. You know. So saying this, Wanda, se te fue. I'm telling her, you're gone. She don't know her own history. Too bad. But anyway, this is all for now. I want you to pray for Puerto Rico. We don't want Charlie Delgado to win. He's going to bring trouble to the United States and trouble to Puerto Rico. And that's what we don't want. So God bless you all. Until next time. Bye-bye.